This is a song I wrote for a boy I met on an airplane a couple years ago. I carried the encounter around with me for a while before I could figure out a way to sing about it. I met this kid. He was sitting next to me on a flight from Miami to Atlanta, and I was sitting on the window seat, and as soon as it was an 8 a.m. flight, so I'd been up since 5, getting ready to go, and as soon as I got on the plane, I pulled the window down. I was just putting my cheek up against the wall to fall asleep when this kid says, "Would you mind opening the window?" And I thought, God, please don't talk to me. But I said, "Oh yeah, no problem, of course." So I opened up the window, and then there's this pause, and he goes, "I've never been on a plane before." And I said, "Oh, honey, it's gonna be okay. There's those guys down there in the orange vests. They're putting our bags under the seats. It's all gonna be cool. So what are you flying to Atlanta for?" And he said, "I'm not going to Atlanta. I'm going to Chicago." And I said, "Well, what are you going to Chicago for?" And he said, "I'm flying to Chicago to get married." And I said, "Tell me everything about yourself, starting now." So we talked for the whole flight. He was a cool guy. He was young. He was 18. And he was flying there to see his girlfriend, who he hadn't seen in 9 months, or no, 10 months, which destroyed, my leading theory as to why this little baby was flying to Chicago to get married. But he had had a kind of rough upbringing. He had bounced around a lot of foster homes as a kid and had a big pack of older brothers who kind of led him astray a little bit. But then he met this girl in high school, and she just changed his life, rocked his world. He graduated. She graduated a little before him because he was a little off course, but she moved to Chicago to go to college, and he had just finished up school and was working as a waiter and was going to fly to Chicago. This was on a Friday morning, meet her mother that day, his girlfriend, and then they were all going to go to the courthouse over the weekend, and the two were going to be wed, and then he was to fly back to Miami on Tuesday because he had not been able to get his afternoon shift covered at Chi-Chi's, the big box restaurant that he works at. And the plan was to work at Chi-Chi's for a few more weeks and save up enough money to move to Chicago and live with his new bride. And at the end of the flight, I gave him all my CDs and stickers and postcards. I was like, I live in Atlanta, but I actually travel all over the country. So, if you ever find me, I'll probably end up being where you are at some point. It'd be really great to see you again. I can come on a little strong when I want to be your friend. I get excited. I haven't heard from him. I think I freaked him out. But I'm hoping that he's doing great out there and that he finds me someday, and I'll have a song to sing for him. It's called Chicago. I was born in South Florida, left there to die. I spent 18 long years in the weeds. I found it hard to believe in even changing the seasons. The leaves only turned on TV. And now I'll fly if I have to, though I would swim twice as long to be the one she'll press her back to. I am Chicago, going, gone. I showed her the stoplight my daddy must have fixed right before he left, a whisper in the winds. She kissed me like a church bell, Lord, she loved me like an anvil. I haven't had her out of my mind since. And so my grandma told me that I've got his body, and I don't think she meant it unkind. But I'll keep punching these time cards and studying the fine art of working my way up in that girl's mind. And now I'll fly if I have to, though I would swim twice as long to be the one she'll press her back to. I am Chicago, going, gone. And one if by land, they say, two if by sea, three little words made a bird out of me. So long now, this his tan scholars, counting his last sand dollar. Ain't no point in trying to change my mind. Tell the boss I'm off to marry a sweet daughter of the prairie, and a kiss it where the sun will never shine. And now I fly 'cause I have to, though I would swim twice as long to be the one she'll press her back to. I am Chicago, going gone. Oh, I was born in South Florida, let me die in her arms. I'm Chicago, going